Welcome friends. Today I am sharing some recipes with you. I'm Meredith, also known as Maribel Trades, and if you're new here I hope that you will like, subscribe, and ring the bell. I'm going to share how to cook once but eat twice. This was actually kind of inspired by my friend Joe. I was talking about in a Costco haul how I was going to be able to cook something and then not have to cook for several nights because I was making it, and so she was like, that sounds great. I want to cook once and eat twice, so I thought I would share this with you. So I'm going to actually be doing a marinated chicken breast in this video, and I'm also going to do a prosciutto wrapped chicken breast. It's going to be really delicious. They both bake on the sheet pan at the same time, at the same temperature, and so it works out perfectly, and all of a sudden you have meals prepped and ready to go. And I might tack on a few other recipes at the end of this, so definitely stay tuned for that. But otherwise, definitely leave me any requests for cooking videos you would like to see, and you know I'll be reading through those comments, and if I can, I will definitely try and make them for you. So, thanks for watching. Let's get started making our chicken two different ways. So right here in this pie dish, I have two large chicken breasts, and I have had them marinating in the Field & Farmer sweet basil vinaigrette dressing that I found at Costco. I did taste a little bit of this dressing just on my finger, and to be honest, I feel like it tastes a lot like pesto sauce. So if for any reason you don't have a Costco membership or you just can't find this at your Costco, I think you could absolutely use a jar of basil pesto and add a little bit of extra olive oil, whisk it up, and use that to marinate your chicken. So I did season the chicken breasts before I marinated them with salt, pepper, and a little bit of onion powder. So we're just going to take these chicken breasts out of the marinade and put them right onto our baking sheet. And then we're going to drizzle them with just a little bit of fresh lemon juice. I have some lemons that I got in my Imperfect Foods box, so we're just going to go ahead and just really quickly give those a quick little drizzle, just for a little bit of extra tang. So with this recipe that we're doing, I have my oven preheating to 400 degrees. I want to cook these chicken breasts for approximately 25 minutes. Go ahead and set that off to the side. And then the next thing that we're going to do is I have two more chicken breasts. So I just defrosted two of the packs that I buy at Costco every month. We're going to go ahead and season these up with just a little bit of salt and pepper. And we're going to wrap these two chicken breasts in prosciutto. So we're sticking with that sort of Italian themed vein for our flavors. But you can absolutely save two of these chicken breasts for tomorrow's dinner. We're going to eat the prosciutto wrapped ones tonight, or you can use the ones that are marinated in the basil dressing for a pasta salad if you wanted to, or you could make yourself some like roasted veggies and rice bowls and meal prep for lunch tomorrow if you want to do it that way. Okay, so now that I've seasoned them with salt and pepper, I'm going to go ahead and grab some prosciutto or parmesan. My little helper over here found me. Okay, so this is the prosciutto or parma ham that I found at Costco. So that's what I'm going to use. All right, so we're going to go ahead and grab our piece of parma ham or prosciutto. And to be honest, you could absolutely just lay this over top. I'm going to get a little bit fancy and actually wrap my chicken in it. Yes, River. Hold on.
I want it to you, so I did
here,
you.
Let's see if we can find. Here's a little piece. Can you put it on the top over here?
Yes.
Okay, you put it right there on the top for me. Oh, no, just this one right here. There you go, right there. Perfect. Okay. And then we have another piece of prosciutto. We're going to do the same thing on the other one. So you could absolutely double wrap if you want a lot of parma ham on it.
Yes, Mom.
So, but I'm going to sort of do it diagonally to cover the most of the chicken that I can. Oh, don't touch the yucky chicken. Hold on. All right, and just like that, I have two different dinners ready to go.
I didn't touch it.
I just melted a stick of unsalted butter over medium heat, and to that I am adding the juice of the other half of that lemon I cut to sprinkle over the chicken. Got interrupted by the timer. Okay, so anyways, I was squeezing the juice of a lemon, half of a lemon, which is probably going to equal out to be about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, give or take. Depends on how large your lemon is. That one was pretty darn big. So I melted that in with a stick of butter. Just going to give that a quick stir. Super, super easy. And then we're also going to use some of this Italian spice and salt. You could use whichever, you know, sort of Italian style spice mix that you want. I did already put a little bit of this in there. This does include salt and pepper, I believe. So let me check that recipe. Hold on. It does have salt, but it does not have black pepper in the recipe. So I am going to add a pinch, which is going to probably equal out to be about, I'm going to say, 1/4 teaspoon of that. So now I'm going to add in my cooked pasta. So I'm absolutely just using up what I had on hand. I had some lemons, a bunch of them that I had gotten in an Imperfect Foods box a while ago, and I wanted to make sure to use them up, so that's why we're having a lemon and butter sauce with spices. You could absolutely add fresh garlic to this sauce if you want. So I did cook up a pound of pasta, and I'm just going to toss that all together. And I'll probably top it with a little Parmesan cheese to go with it. If you wanted to make this for tomorrow's lunch, I would actually reserve half of this box of pasta and run it under cool water and add your favorite veggies and some of that dressing to go with the basil chicken if you wanted to do some meal prep for lunches. All right, so it is just that easy. And here, let's get a close-up of the chicken because it's gorgeous. So here's the one that we marinated, and here is the chicken breast that we wrapped in the parmesan. Doesn't that look delicious? And I'm just going to serve this with some leftover veggies from last night. And that, my friends, is dinner tonight. To the slow cooker, I'm going to add 1 head of cauliflower that I have washed and chopped up. In this container, I have 2 carrots, 2 stalks of celery, and most of a green bell pepper. I had already used some of it. We're going to dump those in there. And then my recipe also calls for onion and a sweet bell pepper. The recipe calls for red. I'm using orange. And these were actually in my freezer. They are partially defrosted in the microwave, and I'm going to dump those in. I always try to save any veggies that are fresh and freeze them, chop them up, so that I can use them in soups and things like that. And then we are also going to add in 1 box, aka 4 cups of chicken stock. We're also going to add salt, pepper, and Worcestershire sauce. And then we're going to let this heat up in the crock pot for 5 to 6 hours. Do you guys have any favorite soups that you like to do in the crock pot? Let me know in the comments. I'm always looking for new recipes. We're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper and 1/2 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. And we're going to go ahead and get this going. We're going to put it on low for 5 to 6 hours. I don't think I said that. If you did want to make this vegan, you could absolutely switch out the chicken stock for vegetable stock, and I bet you could use coconut aminos instead of Worcestershire sauce, as this does have, I believe, anchovies in it. So, alright, sorry about the sound of the dishwasher, guys. So I just opened up my crock pot, and this has been on low for about, I would say, 5.5 hours. So I'm going to take my immersion blender or my stick blender and blitz all this up. Hopefully this will work. Otherwise I'll have to pull out my blender, but we'll see how this goes. So my stick blender worked out beautifully. It is nice and smooth now. So we're going to add 2 cups of 1/2 and 1/2 to this. Now, if you are trying to watch the calories, you could certainly cut that in half if you wanted to. It would just be less creamy, obviously. Or you could use your favorite plant-based milk if you don't do dairy. And then the other thing we're going to add is 2 cups of sharp cheddar cheese. So I'm going to go ahead and dump all of that in, and this bag is about exactly 2 cups, so that's what I'm going to use, and I'm going to stir this up. All right. And then I'm just going to let this sit in the crock pot, give that cheese really a chance to melt and fully incorporate. And if I need to, I can always run the stick blender in it one more time for just like 30 seconds. But it's looking like it's melting very well and becoming nice and smooth. This looks delicious. I also have my oven preheating so that I can do that loaf of take and bake bread that I got in my Imperfect Foods box. This recipe has been in my recipe box for a long time. I hand wrote it. I think I probably got it on a blog a long time ago, but I'm honestly not sure where this recipe came from, so I'm not sure I can link it. I will definitely type it up in the description box below for you guys. Alright, and here is what it looks like, all dished up. I'm going to go ahead and dunk just a little piece of bread in here. But this looks amazing. Thumbs up. This is a good one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. I'll talk to you soon.